Alrighty. What they call fireplace gloves. I think it's Northland Fireplace Supply or welding gloves. Just in case anything falls out. I was going to say, just in case anything falls out, you can grab it and throw it back in. And this is a Lopi, L-O-P-I. I don't know if you can read it right there. L-O-P-I stove. Fire and forget. One light and you're good. Now that's not a night fire. You'd have to have heavier, bigger firebox to really build a fire that'll last. But this will get it going. And I can walk away and leave this and come back about an hour later and put a real chunk of wood on it. And in the kindling, nice wooden dowel for my dog bag firewood carrier. And I know where there's a stapler, so I'm going to finish that one up. And then I want to get onto my log splitter. That's going to be one of the greatest, simplest, cheapest hacks I've ever done. So I may wait until I do Patreon before I do that. I don't know. We'll see. I'm still working on that. So, and it's raining out. I don't know how about the noise in here. It's just been monsoon all day long. One of my subscribers asked, have we had weather changes? Yeah, it's been very cold, very windy. Monsoon. You know, roads froze, which makes the clay turn to mush. And it's been, you know, like I said, a lot of challenges. Not as bad as in some areas of the country, but we've had our challenges. So. All right. Well, this is Jerry Diamond. If you're listening to this, you're the remnant. This was my self-inflicted hairdo for my daughter's wedding. Got to dance with the bride, walk her down the aisle, and got the second dance with her. So it was a good weekend. Pray blessings on her. So just been busy with a lot of things. Whoa. And this will overheat if I get it too close, so I don't want to do that. I'm just going to let it run for a few minutes because you can get an idea. What happens is the things up top get burning, and of course sparks and debris fall down, and that allows the fire to just keep going instead of just sitting there and making a little teepee fire with kindling and then putting a little bit more bigger twigs on, a little bit bigger pieces and a little bit bigger pieces, and you have to sit there and babysit the fire for a good hour. Well, this is fast. Really fast. And I cleaned the glasses off. I'm glad I did that. That flashlight's almost too bright. I'll let this run until it just gives up from getting hot. I got it resting on the trampoline here, so 14-foot trampoline. Right by the fire. There we go. That's not bad. You might be able to see some of the action in there. You know, it depends on how it's going to show up on the video, but you can see, I mean, I let one piece of paper, one single solitary piece of paper. And I had paper plates in there, rolled them up, twisted them, maximum airflow, cardboard, 2 pieces of cardboard, rolled up, and I give them one twist. keeps it from unrolling. And then a bit of paper on top, those little donut knot pieces, and it's doing pretty good. Like I said, life is a challenge. How do you meet the challenges? You step up to the plate and make it work, you know. That's why I want to get that log splitter going. If you look at, I've set it up before on YouTube, there's a lot of different log splitters. Some of them are simple, some of them are very complicated. The automobile spring log splitter, it's a kinetic log splitter, meaning it uses force, fast energy. Kinetic, like a kinetic round, is a high-speed round, while this uses a speed. You can buy a Toro, you can buy any number of splitters that are have a big flywheel, or motor-driven, gas-driven, maybe even electric, I think, but they have a flywheel. The energy stores in there. When you pull this lever, it engages a rack and pinion system that slams forward very fast, very efficient. You can outsplit a hydraulic splitter by 2 or 3 to 1. Well, you can make a manually operated system like that, and that's what the automobile spring deal is. But if you think outside the box, the spring does not have to be metal, and doesn't have to be a spring. It could be bungee cord. Your pivot point doesn't have to be a bolt. It can be an axle off of a kid's thing. It could be knotted rope. It could be rope through a hole in wood. And the metal arm doesn't have to be a metal arm. It can be a wood arm. So get to thinking on that. That's what I'm working on. I'm just giving that out for free. It will work. You just need a big, heavy head, which can be wood. Doesn't have to be metal either. The only really piece on the entire thing that needs to be metal is the splitting wedge, the splitting head. And there's plenty of them laying around, used ones. So I can tie that on, ramp it on, bolt it on. Well, you know, just I'm thinking of just cutting a piece out of a big, heavy log head, one of these railroad tie cutoffs, and taper the railroad tie down and bolt or whatever, you know, embed it in there somehow. And the pivot point can be against the base of it, the back of a tree, the bole of a tree, the trunk. That's your pivot point. And your spring can be bungee cords hanging from a big branch. So you need a tree with an overhanging branch and about an 8 or 10 foot piece of 4x4. That's what I'm looking at doing. 10 to 12 foot piece of 4x4, something like that. Or even just a branch off of a tree. Hickory would be awesome. And I may go out and find a hickory. So, working on all that. So, I think you can see that it's working. I would not have to tend this fire for about another hour, because it still hasn't gotten down to even the second layer from the bottom. It hasn't gotten down to the bottom layer. So it'll take about an hour to burn down to those and have those going. And they will go. You can see it's more burning on the left. That's okay. It is burning on the right. And the stove is configured kind of funny. There's a little chamber over here that makes it not balance out. Sometimes the glass doors, this one will clean off fast, this one will take an hour to clean off. And despite what anybody says, you're not going to take your ashes out of the fireplace and clean them off wet. The stove has to be completely shut off. If you want to do it right, get a 3-inch scraper. This thing has been in use for like 4 years now, and we have never changed the blade. It just scrapes itself down as you're scraping the glass. You'd have to totally shut the stove down to do it wet, or you'll blow the glass up. It'll explode in your face. So don't ever do that. Don't ever do it when it's hot. And if you have the climate or the weather that can wait until you can have the stove go completely cold to do it, more power to you. Then scrub it with the ashes. But can't do that. The stove runs 24 hours a day when it's cold. You want to see the fire, you got to clean the glass while the stove's running. I open it up. Now, dampers are both completely wide open. That's closed. Open. Damper up here is wide open. So when I open this door, the way it's burning. I can open these. I don't want to open them real fast, but I can open them and it'll no smoking. So not much, no smoky smoke. It's just a little bit of vapor. All right, this is Jerry Diamond. If you're listening to this, you are the remnant. Revolve in peace. You're kidding. A little bit of NASA BS there. Pluto. It was a planet. Now it's not. Just because we said so. Revolve in peace. Funny. All right. Goodbye. Yahweh bless everyone. Be praying for everybody that's here, working to get people here. There's a sister on Ozark Set Apart. That's dire need off-grid. Car broke down, can't get to work. One of the bad things about living, her phone was dying. Don't even know where she's at, but like I said, when you hear this video, pray for her. Can't even tell you her name. But join Ozark Set Apart on Facebook and connect with people. Alrighty, thank you. Bye-bye.